Don't stop here, yeah. Back when I was young, I had dreams of getting richer. Then my homie Breeze set me down, schooled me to the picture. I remember when I seen it, and to me it was stunting. I remember when I bought it, I ain't needed or nothing. Always in a different space, so now they label me a goner. I ain't come up out of nowhere, I'm from straight up off the corner. Everywhere we go, they probably know my name cause I've been there. Everywhere we go, they say how much I spend when I'm in there. And I'm throwing up my money for the ones who never made it. Saying the ones who hated growing up and celebrating. Man, let's get medicated. Let's get medicated. Man, I'm hella faded. Man, let's get medicated. Let's get medicated. Let's get medicated. Man, I'm hella faded. I'm hella faded. Let's get medicated. Let's get medicated. Man, I'm hella faded. Man.
This was perfect because, as you can see, this box was taped up. And the reason why this box was taped up is because the jars inside, I guess they had been compromised. So half of them were gone. There's supposed to be four in here, and there were only 2. And that's great, because I only needed 2, if that. I like that they're low to the base and also wide mouth. I don't know why I like that just yet, but I feel like it'll come in handy in tincture making in the future. So I went grocery shopping, and I don't normally do my grocery shopping at the chamber camp store, but I went in there to get lunch meat for Mr. and I found the lunch meat that I had gotten before, so I guess I got it from there in the first place. I found some lunch meat that was really, really fresh tasting and just healthy and fresh tasting. I'm going to go ahead and show you the name of it because nobody watches my channel, really. I didn't want to get the smoked honey turkey breast. I wanted to get some oven roasted and rotisserie flavors. He loves honey though, honey turkey. So this is it, and it's a whole pound. It's a real ass pound, not a fake ass pound, not the grocery store pound. So I don't know if this is a brand that's just trying to get themselves in their name into the mix, but they doing a damn good job of it. I got some more jars. I like that they're dark. They're amber jars. I have some blue ones too, and I like the blue ones because you can see through them. They are more of a transparent. These are kind of, yeah, the blue are more of a transparent. Let me go grab one. The blue is more transparent, as you can see, but the amber, not so much. It's much shorter. I use these to make my green juice, my vegetable juice for Mr. and I like seeing the colors. I like seeing what kind of juice. I like to see what color the juice actually is, and this distorts that, so that's a problem. But what I want to use these for, it needs to be stored in cool, dark areas. So when you're making your tinctures and whatnot, they need to be stored in cool, dark areas. So the amber glass helps with, I think, would help with that. Although I have yet to successfully accomplish that. I got my cuties. These are the, y'all know I stay buying some cuties, but these are the biggest fucking cuties I have ever seen. This is almost the size of a regular orange. Why am I, these aren't hot flashes, are they? Oh, I just meditated. I don't know what that is. The bird sounds really, it has the highest pitch piercing tweet that I ever heard a bird make. I can still hear it through the window. Oh, so here's this big old clump of micro ice. Let's call it what it is. It's micro ice. Came from this bullshit. Side-eye thumbnail. Just so the ice doesn't touch anything outside of my clean hand right now. I don't know why I'm going through that. I actually have an ice pick. Actually, I don't think this is what this is for. I don't think this is an ice pick, but that's what I use this for. And it's the best fucking ice pick I ever had. You know what I don't understand? I don't understand why when I turn the TV on, it's almost like they do with the phone, right? So I get the phantom phone calls, you know, the calls where they call you using the suffix or prefix of a number that you do know and interact with to try to trick you into answering the phone, which doesn't matter because they know there's a robocall on the other end that that's gonna get hung up on either way. So it makes me think that they just want to be, they're hearing all of this. It makes me think that they just want to be aware. I can't say be aware because they already are aware or else they wouldn't be able to try it. But they got to where they would give me the phantom calls with somebody's familiar person's prefix or suffix. And then they got to where they would wait until the phone was in my actual hand. And then they would have the phantom call come up in my hand. I don't know if they're taking pulses or blood pressure reactions to different things or whatever. But anyway, the phone, they'll wait till I pick the phone up and it will ring in my hand. Like, I cannot be fucking with the phone really all day. But let me put that phone in my hand, then they'll ring it, right? Well, lately, I use the television for background. I use 70 sitcoms for background noise while I'm cleaning or doing medial housework, right? So I'll use the television for background. But what they'll do is they'll put the backdrop. They'll automatically start scrolling the wall saver bullshit in the middle of the show that I'm fucking watching. It's like if I don't touch the remote in a half hour, you know what? In this era, when people watch television actively, since we don't have to sit through commercials anymore, most people either fast forward through the commercial, or even if you're watching something and you sit through the commercials, there's always something happening where you want to rewind it. So you hit the rewind, right? So the remote is being handled every half hour or so, right? At least. So when I'm using the television for background noise, I'm not going to be touching it for a half hour at a time, at least, right? So maybe that's why they're doing that. Maybe they're testing something with that. While I'm trying to figure that out, I realized I never told you what the whole point was. Well, they've been putting the wallpaper, I did, because I told you. They've been putting the wallpaper up on the television. I'll put the television on something specific, right? And I'll hear it playing in the background, but I look up to see because something is happening in a familiar scene, and I look up to look at it, and the wallpaper's scrolling, panning through. When fuck that wallpaper. I didn't even pick that shit. You putting what you want me to see up there. What are you putting within the pixels? What kind of brain messages are you sending through the pixels in that wallpaper? You supremacist Nazi motherfucker. Oh, y'all slick sometimes. Y'all smart to be so dumb. I bet it's like that 432 hertz situation that they've been controlling for decades. But wow. If all that outlandish shit I just came up with is accurate, wow. Sometimes I think they watch me and they just laugh. They're like, if only she knew how much she really does know. We gotta study this bitch. Like, who programmed her? Cause you totally forgot to install the sucker bug. Cause she ain't falling for shit. We got all other sheeple under control, but this bitch here, this was one of the ones where we skipped, right? We should be studying her more. Again, they could be laughing at me, because little do I know that I actually know what I think I know. But don't want to know, because who else I'm going to share the knowledge with? A whole ass sleep population? Nope, not me. I'm going to chill in this corner and survive it as long as I survive it. Hopefully have some other people who can handle the truth, because it is uncomfortable, and at the end of the day, I get why people stay asleep. Again, I've said it before. If you were to wake, first of all, it's traumatic enough waking up. I mean, not for me, because I'm an indigo. But it still makes me aggravated, irked that the whole rest of the world want to sleep. But, whatever. It's so few indigos. We can't fight that fight by ourselves. Now, probably we're so powerful, though, that I bet if we collected, just the indigos, the real ones, not the people out there hollering at indigo, the real ones. If we collected all of our power, extensive power, and focused it toward a particular mission, because we could do it on our own as individual, but in terms of healing the whole ass world, I bet you if we could all come collectively, or a large majority of us, and focus that power on achieving something constructively worldwide, I believe we could do it. But the problem would then be finding each other. We'd have to find each other. And how is that going to happen in this world full of sociopaths? By the time one of us decide, hey, I'm going to go find the other indigos, the other indigos are saying, fuck this shit. I'm not going to save this trash ass world. Let it go down. Hey, let it nosedive into bullshit or into fuckery for all I care. Let it nosedive into fuckery for all I care. You get fed up. That's why right now I'll say something because I care, but because it has no filter and it's not candy coated, people interpret it as antagonistic. And the second I see that resistance, I'm like, oh, okay. Okay. You might not want to take another step in that direction because there's a cliff off the edge. And somebody say, I know what's over here. And I'll be like, oh, okay. All right. Have a good day. And then next thing you hear is, and maybe a little bit of, why didn't you tell me there was a drop off this cliff? Then you'll be defending your own self for trying to be helpful. That's why people don't be good Samaritan no more. I try to help somebody having a heart attack on the side of the road, and I get sued because they broke a rib. But they lived, though. They lived through the heart attack because of the CPR. Because even if I did, I feel like, being responsible for someone's life is dangerous. Again, good Samaritaning is a dangerous job. I retired. I made Mr. Retire. I sure hate it for people that wind up out there ass out. Sure hate it. Mr. can't help you no more. I ain't gonna let him. I'm not talking about ladies that are struggling with their little groceries or their kids. A little momentary struggle with this and that. But if it's a big situation, say it's an accident, somebody need to get pulled out of their fiery car and that type of thing. Because Mr. is a hero. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't understand. Mr. is a hero. You hear me? But not today. No more. Not if his wife got anything to say about it. Those of you who have already got in on the ground floor, congratulations. You got you some love from this household that is priceless. And you might not know it until you know it. But most of y'all know it. Y'all know. So, okay, I guess I can make this a separate video because I'm going all over the place because that's what I do when I'm meditated. But at least it's a little sativa, right? Good. That means I'll get some shit done. And I, in fact, have gotten the groceries out of the vehicle, which is saying the most for a bitch like me. But anyway, so I got these other little desserts that we like. Mr. likes the chocolate mousse. It has those crumbles. Those delightful little chocolate crumbles on them. It occurs to me that I might not have tasted his. Has those chocolate crumbles on top. And it's mousse. And I usually get the cheesecake. I was like, I don't know if they're gonna be able to do this, but it looks like they nailed it. Crust looks graham cracker-ish, and also graham cracker crustish sprinkles on top, and it is delicious. It says French style cheesecake, but they could have put New York style cheesecake on here and it would have been amazing too. But it's delicious. So he's the chocoholic and I get the cheesecake, but I also got myself banana pudding and found out that this was Patti LaBelle's banana pudding. Now, after my sweet potato pie incident and the realness of that, quite honestly, if I had seen Patti LaBelle on here, that pie, y'all lied so hard. That pie, because not only was it not impressive, that pie, it wasn't nasty, but not only was it not impressive, it was so anti-impressive that it traumatized me to not want to taste nothing else of hers. Nothing. Let me tell you, that coupled with an episode of her show I saw her on. Who was on it? I honestly think it was Whoopi Goldberg. So it was Patti LaBelle's cooking show. And it was an episode where she had Whoopi Goldberg on there. And she made some kale something. Anyway, it looked horrible. And when even with all of my imagination of what the flavors tasted like when she got through cooking it the way she got through cooking it, I was less than impressed. And I seem to remember the guest that day, presumably Whoopi if I have it accurate, was also not impressed. She sounded like she liked it, but anybody black would have looked at that episode and knew that Whoopi wasn't really having that kale meal that Patti just made. And so that, coupled with her sweet potato pie, made me go, you know what? I don't want to taste nothing Patti cooking. But shout out to her because I know that she was one of those people on the circuit, the chitlin circuit, where people came and stayed with her. I think the Beatles did too. White groups did too. But artists would come and stay with her and she would feed them and feed them well. That is my understanding and there has been verification of it. So shout out to her for doing that. But bitch, when she came out with her diabetes cookbook, you know, where you can still have soul food, but I never tried anything in that cookbook. My mother-in-law has a cookbook. I never tried anything in it, but I looked in it at some of the recipes, and girl, looking at those recipes and instructions and ingredients made me feel like I could have guessed what her sweet potato pie was going to taste like and been accurate about it. That's all I'm saying. So it seems like I just pass judgment on stuff and take it and run with it. But I'm actually counting a ton of, as an indigo, I'm actually counting a ton of legitimate elements of the equation that make me assess that the result of my assessment is me compiling those different elements. And at the end of the day, it's not making a snap judgment. It's basically believing what a motherfucker shows me. But I'm going to let y'all keep saying when someone shows you who they are, believe them. So she showed me that her food wasn't going, not terrible, but wasn't going to be something I was going to be doing backflips over, and it wasn't going to live up to that Southern mama's braggadociousness when they know they can throw down in the kitchen. Let's just say there were no feats placed in any of the recipes I saw, and so nothing that I've tasted. So anyway, I saw Patti LaBelle on this banana pudding, but since this cheesecake turned out so well, I did want to try the banana pudding. This is prior to knowing it was Patti LaBelle's banana pudding. Anyway, I have since tasted it, and it is not terrible. Why do those cookies look raw? Why do those wafers look raw? Oh, that's not the graham cracker crust on the bottom. That's more cookie. And it tastes like the sugar they used didn't dissolve. I'm crunching on sugar granules as I eat this. It does taste like banana pudding now. Yeah, I don't even need to finish this. Not because it's not good, but because it's not good enough for me to want to waste my calories on it. Have you ever used that phrase? Me and Mr. use it all the time. When there's something, like if there's a sweet or a cake or a cookie or candy or something like that we're trying for the first time, we'll taste it. And if it's good, but it's not great, we'll be like, I'm not wasting my calories on that. Because it's something that we'll enjoy a lot more that is equally as bad for us. So you got to prioritize what you're willing to waste your calories on when you're watching your damn calories, right? So it actually is good, but not good enough for me to want to waste my calories on it. I left this sorry ass thing out. Yeah, crap. So at the end of the day, I really put this healthy ass orange down to eat some mediocre banana pudding. Some decent banana pudding, I want to be fair. How, Sway? Oh, let's not pretend not to know how. It's addiction is how. Addiction is how. But my drain could use a freshening, so that's cool. That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. Now, usually when I get grapes this big, they're not very sweet. But look how big these are. And I like to find black ones that are sweet too, look. See, this is generally the size. Got me a caddy. A makeup brush that I don't need. I got me a caddy. I think there was a brush supposed to be in here too. But fuck that brush. Take this off, which I can do now, and use that in the kitchen. So I could just put this on the wall in the shower. I mean, I have a big shower caddy, but I need when I'm, girl, wash day. Some of these, I don't expect them to work well. Dr. Scholl's. I always get sold by this gel thing. Last time I got suckered into getting some of these, I still have them somewhere. The last time I got suckered into these, they didn't place after 6 months or a first sign of wear. So you can put these in one pair of shoes. I'm not gonna pay for one of those in every pair of heels I wear. Bra wash bag. I have a delicate bag, but sometimes I don't want to wait to wash them all at the same time. Sometimes I only have a couple of bras in one particular load of laundry, and this is perfect for that. I got Mr. Some. I thought about both of us. This probably won't help him whatsoever, but I got him. It's supposed to help the ball of the foot. So if he doesn't like them, I'll try them. Maybe I won't like them either. Speaking of heels, I need to come out of these wedges. Brow gel from a company that I know makes something that I really, really love. Although they got a bunch of trash stuff too. So this is brow gel, and I want to use it because it's extended wear. I want to try it on my eyelashes for mascara. See how that works out. This I dipped because I should have a couple more loops on here. So if I see another one, I'm going to take it back and just ask them if I could just get the loops. Lord knows I'll figure out something to do with that. Yeah, so I made some for the rooms there, the candles. Check it. At night I can't sleep. I toss and turn. Bitches about it being burned. So I feel like I'm the one that's doing dope. Yeah. So I'm gonna need to get some metal spatulas, or at the very least, not silicone, but high, what we call high temperature proof spatulas at the very least. This one has been holding up really nicely, but prior to it holding up, you see that shit melted on the end. So there's that. Plus, if I'm gonna be getting all this stainless steelware, ooh, you can see all my shit. I'm gonna be exposing myself. Anyway, if I'm gonna get all stainless steel stuff, then I'm gonna have to get stainless steel kitchenware too. I'm gonna give this to my mother-in-law. I'm not sure what it is. I presume you can be on Ghetto Boys or Trick or Treat, because since I'm updating everything, right? This is a high quality. I don't know what it's called, but I got it with the concept of when I make turkey mexiolis and I deep fry them, then I can pull that out. Like say, let me speak millennial language. If you're frying French fries or tater tots or something like that, or fish in your fry daddy, you can scoop it up out of the grease with this, and the grease can drain. And the reason why I stopped for a minute is because there are a lot of things that I no longer fry. Because I have since learned that, which should have been obvious knowledge, that you can bake a bunch of shit that we fry. I don't even know what made us do that, because that's the hard fucking way in comparison. And not only does it taste equally as good, obviously you don't have that extra oil roaming through what you're eating. So colonizers knew this all along. It's, a part of it's probably a small sliver of the plan. No wonder we have diabetes and heart. Anyway, so yeah, this is a very good contraption. I'm going to look it up to see what the official name is, so I can just annotate it right here. But for now, we're going to call it a L spatula, for obvious reasons. Oh, and another thing, these damn things, obviously, can go into the dishwasher without a problem. I mean, you probably have to double wash them just because they're pots, so when you're cooking in them, you're really cooking in them. So for now, this is going to be pretty easy to clean out. I like stainless steel that looks like it can take a bunch of uses, but clean out so smooth like it's brand new. I'm here for the high-end stuff. And I have this one, but I found out that these cost, well, this is IKEA. It might be a little more high-end. But anyway. So right now, all I need to replace is this size. So I'm going through one of those things that as you continue to wake up, because it's a forever alarm clock. You're forever waking up because you're forever learning shit that you didn't know, or learning that stuff that you thought you knew was a whole ass bald-faced lie. So the thing that has me on this new kick to replace all my non-stick kitchenware is, first of all, it's time for me to replace my kitchenware. But I now know what Teflon is made of. I'm not going to discourage you from using what you got, because you know me. I'm like, do the best you can. But a good documentary. Now, like I said, everything could be a lie. So that could be a lie too, but only to a certain extent. But there are some documentaries that will change your mind about how you live it. As a lot of you temporary vegans know. I went to put Mr.'s lunch meat in the freezer, his extra lunch meat in the freezer, and look what I ran into. Told you it was trash, and now it's in the trash, where trash belongs. I know what this is. Whenever there's a spoon sitting out, and it looks like this, it has this in the bottom of it. Can you see that? That lets me know that Mr. has taken his hemp oil, which I need to do, by the way. It's supposed to be a tablespoon a day, so I just took 2 teaspoons. Looks like he took a teaspoon. I'm gonna wash these grapes. Cold water. I'm also gonna get some big bamboo bowls. Big bamboo bowls. I actually have big glass bowls. Should I use those? Maybe I won't even do that because I only use it long enough to wash, and I don't need anything hard or breakable, easily breakable or heavy. So I was thinking just now about getting a set of wooden bowls. Do y'all know, can wooden bowls go in the dishwasher? I'm gonna go look that up because I feel like I need to know that right now. I might need to specifically look for bamboo bowls. But if I get the bowls from a thrift store, my problem with getting wooden bowls from a thrift store that I'm going to use in the kitchen is like stainless steel and glass. Okay, you can clean those things thoroughly, but wood is porous, and I don't know what them people put in them wood bowls. I'm just saying. But let me go see if wood bowls can be put in the dishwasher. Are cigars kept on ice? When I was new on YouTube, fairly new, we saw a video that wasn't viral but should have been of these little African kids dancing. And this is the song they were dancing off of. Because it was one of those videos where you know damn well you can't do that, but you look at them really good and you're like, I wonder if I could do that. Knowing not damn well the whole time, ain't no damn way. I bet that if I found that video, that'd still make me feel like that. And I know damn well, if I knew damn well a decade ago I couldn't do that shit, but was like, maybe I can. Right now, it's damn sure out of the question. But I be getting inspired though. Nothing wrong with that, right? Just don't fuck yourself up listening to your mind go, I bet you could still do it. And then you try to get your physical human body out there and bust your ass. Then put them on the counter on top of the dry. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh. This packaging is at my general grocery store. You know, typical meat packaging. But I don't know what kind of packaging this is, but this is bomb. It dips in like it's in a bowl here. And it's almost like laminated in there. I love that. Because, you know, this is all they do. They wrap it in cellophane and wrap it around the back at the grocery store. And who knows what kind of meat juice drips out of these, right? I fuck with them because I have to, but I guess I no longer have to. If the Chamber Camp store is going to do this. Matter of fact, I told you I don't use a grocery shop at the Chamber Camp shop. But the Chamber shop. So yeah, this is a very nice tight packaging, perfectly sealed. No dripping of any juices anywhere whatsoever. And you can see the skin side. Look how nice and healthy that looks.
Okay, tonight you're having me your way. I'ma rock your body, turn you over, love is what I'm your soldier, touching you like it's the first time.